Alright, and welcome back. We're going to go in and show you some food options. Now, I've been busy since we last saw one another. So what this is here is I've built a couple of very simple gardens, as it were. I just used wood planks. These are wood planks here. And some stone from mining, but we'll get back to that. And wood planks. And then I built these planters. Now, I used wheat. Now, where you get wheat is you'll see this wheat growing here, and we'll go over here and knock some wheat down, and it becomes that little stocky thing, and it gives you wheat seeds, right? And then you just go over, and you now we'll untill some of this. We'll jump on it. All right. So what you need to do is, so you have this here. You want to till it, see, like that, and then you go and equip your seeds. Like that, and you plant them, see, like that, just like that. Now for wheat, what you want to do is you want to build these rows, a row, a water, a row, water, row, water, row, and then leave the outside open so that you can get to your wheat from the outside without walking on things. You can swim in the water, which is fine, but really you don't want sheep walking on either. Probably kill that sheep, but you know, we'll get to that later. He didn't really do anything wrong. And then to put the water in, I'll show you a trick. So let's imagine you may be really far from water. I'm not, but if you were, what you'd want to do is you'd want to dig a trench next to where your flower beds are. So let's say our flower beds were over here. Okay? And we'll dig a trench 3 across. Okay? Now, some people like to do this version also. This just means more buckets of water, so I don't know why you do this. Alright, so there's this version, and then there's the 3 across. So we'll show you both. Okay, so what this is going to be a renewing water source. Now, how that works is you come over, water, see, pick it up, and you put it in this end, and you get another bucket of water, or make 2 buckets. I'll show you how to do that in a second. And see, one on one end, one on the other. Now watch. Every time I put water over here, it just comes right out. Now, you'll notice when you add water to things, it spreads out, and it's kind of dangerous. So don't just lay water around because you can screw things up, not meaning to. So this is the 3 one. It's faster. I don't really know why people use the other version, but they do. So there you go, and right there. Oops, I should have done that. And then you just take that out and continuously. There you go. So that's how you create a renewable water source next to your troughs. And then let's get up on top so I can show you. Little troughs here. You just fill them up accordingly. Hop down, get the water, hop up, put the water in. As soon as you've got one mostly full, you can just start taking the water and transferring it between the troughs. Now this here is, I found some pumpkins, but I want to show you how to do a melon farm also. Melons don't grow naturally. They're one of the things you have to find when you're exploring. You find mines and chests and things. Open the chest, and generally you'll find melon seeds inside. Now, the melon seeds, the melons and pumpkins, need to grow on plants that are 4 across. See how that is? So you can include your planter side here on the right there. See it? So that would be, and the reason is you put the stalks here in the middle. Okay, they go all the way up in the middle, and then the pumpkin or the melon would grow and fall to the side. So you'd have to be able to harvest them. So you also only have to till the centerpiece like I've done here. So when these pumpkins grow, they'll fall off to the side here, fall off to the side there, and then you just bring them down. All right, and then pumpkins, really the only thing they're good for are jack-o'-lanterns, which is up here. You add a pumpkin and a torch together, and you get a jack-o'-lantern. Jack-o'-lantern is a light source, and they're blocky. I kind of like them. They're cute. So even in the Mario version. All right, so let's go show you what. Now, wheat, you make bread. Okay, so you use 3 wheat across in your craft table, and it makes bread. I'm not even going to bother showing you that. But this is the other use for wheat. Now I'm walking around over here, and oh, here are some animals. Now I don't want sheep, because I got plenty of sheep, and I didn't want sheep in the first place. So, look at all these animals here. So, well, gosh, I wish I had a way to farm animals. Well, you do. You take this weed out, and you make them follow you, see? And then you turn it off and they stop following you. Okay, now how that's useful is you can also build animal pens to farm animals. So they are a little bit harder to do renewable resource because you have to make wheat and then harvest wheat and then feed them wheat. And I happen to have 2 wheat on me, so let me show you how you feed them wheat. So these are pigs, and we're going to feed these pigs wheat. Oh, pigs start kissing, and then when pigs kiss, little pigs happen. So keep that in mind, kids. Alright, so we did that. Now, this here is bread, and you make it by making 3 wheat. So there you go. There's some quick, easy food ways. Melons, not so much, but if you happen to run into seeds while you're mining, you know, you can take them back to your base. All right. Well, mining. Yeah, that sounds interesting. Buckets. How do you make buckets? Well, let me show you. What you want to do is now. This is a mine. This is my mine. Now you can mine. You could make the mine in your base. It's completely acceptable. I recommend if you're going to put a mine somewhere else that you put a crafting table and a storage unit in. Now the storage unit is because while you're mining, you're going to get a lot. I mean, a whole lot of. Oh, hey, I don't have any. Well, let's go make a mining pick. A whole lot of stone and dirt and gravel and all kinds of things that are useful, so you want to hold on to them. You don't want to just throw them away. You know what? We're gonna make an iron one. So I found some iron earlier. All right. Now sheep are good because they make wool, and we'll go. I'll show you that in a minute. But what we're gonna do right now is we're going to keep throwing sticks. We're gonna go down here and we're gonna mine a little bit. So what you do is just dig straight down and you make ladders. Now, what I'll do next is I'll show you how to make ladders. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and look at this. So, alright, so what you want to do is you want to dig a hallway. See? 3 high, just 1 deep. And just dig it some more. Dig, 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 dig. Alright, and I know it's a little tight in case you're claustrophobic, so we'll try and keep this fast and light. And then what you want to do, now what I personally do is I mark where I want to dig with torches. So, I'm obviously not going to dig this way. That'd be silly, wouldn't it? No, of course it wouldn't. So, this is in hall. This is what we're going to call dug, alright? And we're going to equip torches. So, this is dig, right? So, this block would be torch, blank, dig, torch, blank, dig, torch, blank, and, oh, look, we hit a wall. Now, what did we just do there? Let me show you. What we did was we marked where we're going to dig. And it's going to make mining here a little bit more efficient. Now, what I mean by that is, well, I'll show you, is you want to go about 5 deep. See that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? And then you want to dig in both directions. So, after you dig this way. Why we're doing this is the most efficient way to mine when you're down here. Now, what it does is kind of crazy, but it works really well. What it does is it makes you blocks 2 by 2. Now, what that means is, I should have actually dug one more back on the last one, is blocks 2 by 2 are, see these blocks here? So, it'd be this block, this block, this block, this block, and this block, and this block, okay? Well, we can't see what's on the other sides of them, but we can see what these blocks are. Also, these blocks. If you go into the next hallway we're about to dig, you can see the other sides of the exact same blocks. I probably should use a shovel there, but we're just gonna, for the video's sake, I'm trying to make this as fast as I can. Now, what you want to do is you want to keep digging like this, and you'll see that while I'm dragging out with long words and sentences. See, now you can see every block inside this pillar, and you didn't have to dig them out. And that is what makes it efficient. Same with this. Go back here, pop through, and voila, you can see every one of these blocks. Now, why is that useful? Well, I didn't have to dig any of these, so I can just go on to my next series of blocks, which would be this one. And eventually, very quickly, not as quickly as I'd like for the video purposes, because I don't want this to be like a 30-minute video, but you will eventually find what you're looking for, which in this case would be iron ore, so that we can make a bucket. So this would be dig, blank, torch. So you put a torch here, and let's go dig, blank. Oh, no torch there. So we'll do that again in a minute. So we'll dig here. Iron is used to make just a wide variety of things, to be honest with you. But the important ones are they make a bunch of tools like shears and the bucket. The bucket is one of those things, even when you're making your castle in the sky, buckets are really important. Unless you're using creative mode or cheating, which you can do. If you're an admin on a multiplayer server, it's not unheard of. Willer98. So what you do is you just, you can make, I did this wrong, but just dig through, and eventually the blocks will have things that you can use, such as coal and iron, so on and so forth. So yeah, there you go. So, and look how much ground we covered. This, technically, if we were looking and digging, we would have dug all this out, right? And then we still wouldn't have anything, but I got to skip up a whole bunch of blocks we didn't even have to touch. So torch, blank, dig. So we'll go here and dig. Alright, this will be the last set of hallways here. We'll connect them together. And then we'll go up top and we'll show you how to make a bucket, since I have iron left. I was really hoping to find some iron so you could see what the ore looks like, but then I remembered I'm using the Mario thing, so it wouldn't look the same on yours. But iron is up here, and this works all the way down. Like, if you want to use this to mine for diamonds, which is one of the the hardest substance, the diamond pick, and swords and tools and all, last longer than any of the other tools. And you can also make armor out of them that also lasts super long and absorbs a ridiculous amount of damage. Alright, so there you go. Alright, so now let's go up top. We'll just pretend for a minute that we found some iron. Yay, we found iron. And we're going to go up here, and we're like, yeah, I got some iron. I've been down the mines digging, and now I need a bucket. Alright, so this is how you make a bucket. 1, 2, 3. It makes a bucket. Yay, bucket. And then shears. 1, 2, shears. Now, why would I need a bucket and shears, you might ask? Okay, so what I was telling you before about renewable food sources and stuff, the bucket is really key for that. Moving water to these things is super useful, but it's also useful for something else. Now, we're going to just take we already got a bucket full of water, and sometimes when I first start a game, what I like to do is I like to make what I call a silly tower. A silly tower is a tower that is just silly, stupid tall. Alright? And this is how I make it. I go find some water. Now, the reason I use water, the reason we're looking for water, so that nobody writes me a bunch of stuff, be like, I don't know why you need water for that. That seems dumb. Yeah, I know it seems dumb. Alright? So the reason we're doing it is because when you get to the top of Silly Tower, generally if you jump in water, but I just now came to the realization that this is going to be a little small, you can, build this tower you can see from a distance, because it's the highest thing here. Now, something I'm going to show you is if you hold down shift and you walk to the edge, as long as you're holding shift you can't fall off, so you can do things like this. Oh, look at that. Now I can glue things to the side. Holding down shift does that. It'll help you when you construct things, or you want to make a tree house, or whatever you want to do. It's very, very handy. Alright, so we're actually going to use it for something even sillier than Silly Tower, because I'm going to show you a trick about how water works. Now, how water works is a couple of really interesting tricks. One, we're going to finish making Silly Tower. Look how silly Silly Tower is. Okay, so we're going to be able to see this a ways off. Now, oh wait, too many. Need to save one. Now, what I want to do with Silly Tower, that's too soon, is I want to make a water cascade down it, but also put a light source on top of Silly Tower. So, torch. Well, now that I got torch, water bucket. Now, you'll notice something interesting. I can actually, by holding down the jump button, swim up Silly Tower. See that? That's awesome, isn't it? Except for one tiny detail. So can they. Oop, and oh, I died because I hit the shallow water. But what's this? I didn't respawn at the spawn point. Well, why didn't I respawn at the spawn point? I just died. Well, here's the catch. If you would respawn at the spawn point, which in our case is this hill right over there where I'm pointing, you would have had to go find your stuff wherever you died, and hopefully, if you didn't have a silly tower up, you'd be able to find your body and your location where your stuff fell. Lucky for us, I built silly tower. Yay! But also, I had a bed constructed. Now, that's going to be the last thing I show you guys how to do. And I'll also tell you how to make the jack-o'-lanterns in case you find pumpkins. First, don't use pumpkins outright. Trust me, break them down for the seeds. They're super, super useful as a light source in places, like especially the game Monster Apocalypse where they attach torches. They don't immediately attack jack-o'-lanterns as far as I can tell. I haven't had them attack a jack-o'-lantern yet. So, here's hoping. Alright. So, what we need to do is, to build a bed, we need 3 wood planks. We have that. We cut down trees. We know how to do that. What we need is wool. So, we have to... Oh, there are shears. We have to equip the shears, which again was made out of the 2 iron bars. Also, another big reason. Now, you can get wool, you can make wool by killing spiders and combining string, but it's really not time efficient, and you need 3 pieces of wool. Oh, look at that. Now, you can kill the sheep and get wool also, but then again, they don't make any more wool because they're dead. And you know, nobody likes dead sheep. Okay, I guess people that enjoy lamb kebab like dead sheep, I guess. Alright, so here we are, and you want to make a bed. So how do we make a bed? Well, this is how. And I'm married, so we'll have ourselves a king-size bed. Yeah, that's what it is. So we go over to the craft table, alright, and we stack 3 on the bottom, and then we find our wool. There it is, and we do 3 on the top, and bam, you have a bed. So you pull it out, and you equip it. Come over here, and you hop in the bed. Let's not hop in the bed, though. I'm already hopped in the bed. Okay, when you hop in the bed in single player, though, it does this great thing. Turns it light outside. Yay, it's daytime. So beds are not only useful, they're handy. Okay, so there we go. That's my king-size bed. You can only sleep at night. Okay? So, now I always spawn here, and I can always get my stuff if I die close to home. Which is why I'm about to recommend that if you're going to mine, you get tired of an area, or you want to explore some more, go to the jungles, go to the desert, see what you can find, then I would definitely recommend making a bed and taking it with you so that you can, you know, find and make places to sleep along the way so you don't have to keep resetting. Now, something you should know about the beds is if there's a monster nearby, you also can't use it. Now, here's a cute thing I wanted to show you before I forget. Also aesthetic, to help you guys learning to build, and you want to, you know, really give yourself a feeling of hominess. We'll do this real fast, these 2 things. One is glass. Take sand, you put it in your furnace, and it makes glass. So what is glass for? Well, glass is one of the few unrenewable blocks in Minecraft. What does that mean? Well, it means this. If you break the glass, then you just ain't got no more glass. It does not turn into a brick and pop in your inventory no matter what you break it with. Once you use the glass, if you try to take it out again, it is forfeit. Okay? Now, that is, that's kind of neat, right? Alright, well, there's something else that's kind of neat. You can make bricks if you're interested in making a brick house. So I'll show you something really fast, something I did not know. Now, you see here, there's water and there's sand and everything, but there are these gray, they look like stone, but if you just kind of punch them, you'll notice they turn into balls, because this is actually clay. Clay will end up making bricks. Don't want to drown. Pay attention. Always pay attention to your bubbles right there above your food thing. So it's also interesting to me. I haven't starved yet and I haven't seen any monsters. Very, very interesting. So here we go. Alright, and we're going to say that's enough for right now. We'll go. Alright, so you got the clay. Alright. This will be our last little cutesy thing. You run over here. And You make bricks. How do you make bricks? Put the clay in the furnace. Clay balls, furnace. And that's it. That's it in a nutshell. Alright, so I've showed you how to make renewable food source, which is bread. I still recommend fishing. If you can get the string from the spiders, don't use it to make wool. Make string and fish. Fishing is, if I can find one in our next tutorial, I'll show you why. Also, I will show you how to make bread and sugar cane. I think I can make cookies, but I need... Anyways, so that's how you mine. That's how you make food. This is how you build these. And you can also raise and slaughter animals, but to do that, you still need wheat because you have to be able to breed the animals. Otherwise, they eventually run out. Alright, well, thanks for watching. I don't know when I'll do the next one of these, but this is everything you need to know to survive in Minecraft. Well, I mean, you know, mostly.